Hey folks, welcome back to Straight Talk Whiskey. I'm Nick here with you as always. Thanks for joining us for episode 96. Also, if you've been following along, you'll notice that today is our 3-year anniversary of shooting whiskey reviews and whiskey related content. So, here's to that. In continuing with our mini-series that we started last time with Jim Beam, we've actually got a flavored whiskey for you. Now, I don't often do flavored whiskeys. It's just something that I don't typically have around the house or liqueurs or anything like that. But I did do it with Jack Daniel's Tennessee Fire and the Tennessee Honey. So I decided, since there are so many flavored whiskeys out there now and different things available to the consumer, figured I would go and review it along with the other ones that will soon follow after this review. So we've got the Jim Beam Vanilla, bottled at 35% ABV. It is a Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey blended with vanilla liqueur, Madagascar vanilla liqueur to be exact. Now, I'm always skeptical when I go to these flavored liqueurs because sometimes they've got a real just interesting, strange flavor to them that isn't always a good match with whatever the key highlight is of that liqueur. Take, for instance, the Tennessee Honey. That does have really sweet honey notes, and you can get that. But some of the things that they've got in there, different apple and different flavors like that, pumpkin spice, you got to be careful with that kind of stuff. So I was a little bit skeptical when I went for the Jim Beam Vanilla because I've never had it before, or any of their flavored whiskeys. So instead of telling you, take a sip first, just to get mine right. This flavored whiskey just turned my life around. In the sense that the flavor that you get out of this is so rich and deep and wholesome and warming. The only issue that I might take with it would be if I followed the tip that was on the bottle to enjoy chilled. I'm glad I had it at room temperature first, because if anything, I would want it warmed up a little bit. This is an absolutely perfect beverage for those cold winter nights, and I know a lot of folks back where I'm from originally in the Northeast are going through that and have for the past few weeks. But it's just the vanilla note that is in there. You just want to go to the store and buy that vanilla. I mean, it's like, if you ever take a vacation to Mexico or something like that, they always push the vanilla extract and all the fully organic vanilla, and it's a little bit hush hush. You have to you talk to somebody first, and they'll bring you around to their guy and stuff like that. It's kind of strange, but it's really good stuff. Well, with this, you don't have to go through all the hassle. Just pick yourself up a bottle of the Jim Beam Vanilla, because this is just absolutely beautiful. Now you notice I didn't go in with, looking at the color, looking at, the nose, that sort of thing. Because with the flavored whiskeys, I just like to go in and taste. Yes, it's got, hints of this and that and the other in vanilla, but it's usually going to be overpowered by whatever the liqueur is in there. But when you taste it, you get a lot of those notes of the Jim Beam. You get the toasted wood, the caramel, vanilla, obviously, but a nice roasted, toasted vanilla malt, real deep brown sugariness to it, and a little bit of a bite to there. It's delicious. It's hard to explain what the type of vanilla is. I alluded to the, the real vanilla that you might get down in Mexico or something like that. But it's hard, other than that, to attribute it to the actual vanilla flavor in this if you haven't had it already. But it's not like, it's a complete opposite, of a 50-cent vanilla candle, which kind of has the hints of vanilla, but then it turns into something a little funky and you're not really sure what went into that. This is not that. This is just pure, wholesome, just coats your entire mouth with vanilla, and it goes down really nicely and just warms your soul. I'd be interested in taking this and putting it into something of a higher strength, like a maker's cast strength, or when we get to some Jim Beam expressions, which are a little bit higher proof, I may experiment a little bit, add that in there, because I think it could add a little bit of a soothing, warming winter's night flavor or accompaniment to it. So that I will definitely do. Always make sure when you have this, pour yourself a healthy glass, because you don't want to keep going back to the bottle and opening the cap and pouring it all the time. Just pour yourself a nice big glass, and you'll have to go back to the bottle a little bit less, because trust me, you get a bottle of this and you'll want to. But I don't like reviewing whiskey when I have it, the bottle down to like here. Just I don't know, there's just something weird about it. So now that I've reviewed it, now I can go in and thoroughly enjoy it. Because it's nice, on camera, that sort of thing, to just see the actual, a higher fill level in the bottle. But anyway, that's just a personal preference. So anyway, I know you folks like scores, so in terms of scores for a flavored whiskey, I'm gonna do straight up 98 on this, because it's probably one of the best that I've had, but I'm not sure if I've had the best, so I'm leaving a little bit of room to breathe there. So anyway, that's it for this week's review, number 96. Again, if you're going to drink responsibly, and we'll see you next time.